The bread and butter of this position is really doing psychoeducational evaluations or assessments. And on the ground, that looks like just a lot of one-on-one work with students, getting to know their strengths and their challenges, as well as, getting some information from parents and getting some information from teachers, and trying to really see the kids in action in their classrooms as well. I think the best way to think about it is that it's like you're developing an instructions manual for the student, for how we can best help the student learn at school and really be successful in their school environment. An example would be figuring out or learning that a student is much better at retaining visual information than auditory information. And so the translation of that in the classrooms would be really working with the teacher and encouraging the team to incorporate visuals whenever they're doing a word-heavy lesson. In the mornings, I try to start my days working with kids directly. I love to have meetings in the mornings because I find that that's when my brain is the freshest. And as much as possible, I'll save report writing for the afternoons, usually because I'm a procrastinator that way. But there's a lot of ebb and flow in my day, and it depends on who's available when and where. In this role as psychologists, we don't get a lot of time with the students. Oftentimes we see them maybe 2 to 5 sessions, depending on how things go when we're assessing them. And so, we try to make the most of our time there, try to spend as much time getting to know them, and, building that relationship. Because of the pandemic, we have to keep a certain distance. So sometimes we'll be repeating ourselves more often. Sometimes, we may need to walk over, point something out, but then walk back and maintain that distance. But the other way that the pandemic has affected us has just been moving to more virtual or online mediums for having meetings. And to be honest, that's actually been really helpful as far as, easing the load in terms of transitions and just being more efficient with time.